I'm just back in these streets, man. Can't find notaries. So the question I have is just where all the notaries at? Where they at? If you know, can you please let me know? Please let me know. David Rios. David Reed Dios. Let me know where the notaries at. Can somebody please let me know? If you find them, let me know. Send them my way. Can you please? ASAP. Coach Bobito, where they at? Where all the notaries at? I know you got some answers. I know you got some answers. I know you got something for me. Come on. Y'all got to give me something. David says, I'm looking myself. David, where are all the notaries at? Where they at? I'm back in these streets once again. Don't get me wrong. I like being out here, to be honest. I don't mind it. Being in front of people. But I'm back out here out of necessity because I can't find nobody. I can't find no notaries. So if you can tell me where they at, David, please let me know. Coach Bobito, he says, I'm waiting for their commissions that's pending. You're right about that. It got lost in the mail. How long the commission's gonna be pending? That's real. I've talked to a lot of people who say that their commissions it's on the way. That could be a real thing though. It could take about 60 days for it to be processed and for you to actually get the results back and get all things settled. Yeah, that's true. That could happen. My whole commission process took 84 days. From the time that it expired to the time that I got it back. Another week, that would have been 3 months, whole months, no commission. If the commission's pending, then if it's been longer than 3 months, then I think you need to call somebody. You might have to get in contact with your local officials. Anyway, I'm back in the streets. I'm back out here on my way to go see a repeat client. I called 8 people yesterday. Let me tell you guys what happened. Let me tell you guys what prompted me to ask this question. Where all the notaries at? Weekends, Saturdays, Sundays. That's when most people are available. The majority of people are usually available on weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. Now, I don't fault you for working full time or not being available throughout the week. Your life is your life. It ain't mine. Whatever you do in your life is your business. It's none of my business. That's why I make it a point that whenever a notary comes to me, they reach out to me and they sign up for our partnership program, I ask them, if you are available, good. If you're not, no problem. You're not going to get penalized. I'm not going to fault you for doing your own thing. I'm just grateful for that. You can help me whenever I need an appointment to be executed. The issue is that a lot of people will say, I'm always available on the weekends. And that should make sense. That shouldn't surprise you. Most people are available on the weekends because they have other things to do, they have other obligations. The problem, however, comes in when if you are asking me, can I get more assignments? And then I give you more assignments and then you're not available. That's why yesterday, I called 8 people, 8 notaries. 2 of them returned the contact, and then the other 6, no response. And the 2 responses that I get were they were not available, but they at least responded. They at least called back and they updated their availability. There's a pancake restaurant, just to kind of give you a contrast and give you some context of what I'm talking about. There's a pancake restaurant that is closed on Saturday mornings. Does that make sense? Wouldn't you presume that most people are looking for pancakes on a weekend or a Sunday or a Saturday when they're most likely to be available? Yeah, right? So it wouldn't make sense for you to be unavailable during the time when probably people are presumably looking for you. Now, that's the quickest way to go out of business, to find out ways how to turn down money, turn down cash. That would be the easiest way for you to go out of business. Now, we contrast that with the notary public industry, where a lot of people want to have a notary business. They tell themselves that, but they don't really have a notary business. They just basically are self-employed. And that's okay, because once you understand that and you accept that, then it's so much easier to navigate. It's so much easier to move around in this space once you understand that I am self-employed. I don't have a business. I keep calling it a notary business, but that's erroneous. Because a notary business would require you not to be there, or it would not matter if you were there or not, and it would still continue to operate. So unless you have that, then you don't have a notary business. So call it what it is, and I think it's important that you do that, because the moment you accept that, now you can move, you can navigate much easier. It's easier to identify your path, because if I want to operate in a notary self-employed space like I'm doing now, then I understand that if I want to operate in a notary business space, I can't do this. Somebody else has to do this. This has to be executed and fulfilled by someone else. So right now, I'm working in the business. I'm actually going out to execute an appointment. Now, in some cases, it may make sense for you to do that. It's very much a good thing. It just makes sense. It could be because, like for this deal I'm getting right now, if I paid someone to go do this, then it would cut back from a profit. But at the same time, the person that I'm going to visit is a repeat client. I've been with this person for I've done like 6 or 7 appointments with this person. And this time, you know, although they are comfortable with the service and everything like that, they actually dropped a bigger bag on this one. So by me going out there in order to fulfill this appointment, I think it sends a message that, you know, I'm grateful for this person to continue to work with me and to, you know, drop some really good, significant money to get this. And that just shows trust. It really does. Trust. Man. So when I say people want to, I'm going to come back to trust in a second, man. Because people talk about, oh, what is a notary? A notary is to deter fraud and to, you know, check IDs. That's not what a notary is. I would say a notary is a little bit more than that. And it's what allows you to command not just higher rates, but to command a higher closing ratio to make sure that everybody who calls you is a client. And that gives you the confidence to invest into this business, because you are so confident in your understanding and your ability to deliver what this person is looking for. What the person is looking for is 2 things. They're looking for you to be available. Number 1, you got to demonstrate to the person that you can come, or you can send someone to come. That's the first thing. That's easy. Date and time. Easy. You can demonstrate that. The second thing that they look for is to reduce the ability for their document to be rejected. That's what you have to convey. That level of confidence, that level of confirmation. I am going to reduce as greatly as possible the possibility of your document getting rejected. That's why you should go with me. I'm going through a tunnel, y'all. So just in case it cuts out. And it probably will cut out. But I'll keep talking anyway. What up, Gina? What up, Hakeem? Congratulations on getting married. I saw you getting down. What up? What up? Shout out to North Carolina. Shout out to my man Hakeem. Big ups to you and your wife. Big ups to you. Congratulations. Where are the notaries at? I'm back in these streets. I can't find no notaries, so I'm back. I gotta get out here. Like I was saying, man, in Miami, oh my God. Shout out to Miami. Shout out to the South Florida, whole South Florida. It was so much fun out there. It was so beautiful out there. A lot of construction. You're right. It was cranes everywhere. A lot of construction going on down there. A lot of activity down there. Shout out to the Bahamas. Shout out to everywhere. I just got back from out there. It was beautiful out there. I got to go back. We went to the place called Red Roosters. Black-owned spot out there. Great. It was such an experience. The service off the chain. Food off the chain. The treatment, excellent. Felt like we were in a movie. It really felt like that. We were getting so much great service out there. So much love. I loved it. So, thank you. Thank you. I was talking about trust. That had been on my mind earlier. Just thinking about how much better we could use, you know, our position if our objective is to get clients and, you know, to become available. I mean, I contact you and you're not available. That's the easiest way for me to lose trust. Now think about that from a client perspective. You know what I mean? Where the notaries at? Client asked the same question that I'm asking. I'm looking for notaries, so the clients are looking for notaries too. You're not doing two things, you're not going to get clients easily. Number one, you're not showing that you're available. You can easily convey that message. Just tell them, hey, on Monday at 2:30, I'm available, or we can be available. That's number one. Easy. Tell them. That's when clients call you. They're only asking two things. They're really only asking one, but they express in two ways. Number one, are you available? And number one, can you give me the lowest possible chance for my document to get rejected? You're not going to come up in here and screw it up, will you? You're not going to make a mistake, will you? So it's confidence. It's confirmation. I love saying that word, confirmation. This is why no matter what somebody calls you with, you can always get this client. You can always, and then they like that. They want that. They want you to confirm that you're not going to get their document rejected. This ain't your first time. Even if it is your first time. So where are the notaries at? You know what I mean? I understand. I get it. I get it. There had been this notary that I was working with. Her name is Rosalind. That might be her name. It may not be her name, but anyway, it's just another thing. You know, she wants to become active. Everybody wants to be active, and obviously that's the objective, is to be as active as possible. But the confidence that you need in order to become as active as possible is really to understand when somebody says, what is a notary? It's to deter fraud. It's to witness a signature. Yeah, it is those things. But go think about this a little bit deeper. I'm reducing your chances of a power of attorney being rejected. I'm giving you the best possible chance for this to be accepted, because this insurance company is sending out a proof of life. Yeah, I know. It's just a signature. People say that. It's just a stamp. I know. And it is. It really, really, really is. It's just that. But when you're trying to sell it, when you're trying to get a client, and this is the message you're trying to come across, because they're going to say, well, why is it $115? Right? That's what they may not say it, but that's what they're thinking, especially if they ask. How much do you charge? Wait a second. I'll give you a quote. Let me get some information from you first. No problem. We'll give you a quote once we get some information and determine if we can actually work with you. Clients, they want that. It's simple. They want you to, because this is a formal process, so it shouldn't be guessing. It shouldn't be, just making it up on the spot. This is a formal. They think of it as a formal process, even if they don't even know what it is, right? Which a lot of clients don't even know what notary is. So that formality, they're looking for that. This will make it easier to overcome the inevitable objection, which is they've already given it to you, which is how much, right? You may not be ready to answer that question, but here's how you answer it. Hey. Let me get some information from you first, and then we'll give you a quote, right? So that way you walk them through the steps. So by the time that you're done walking through the steps, you've conveyed the message that I'm giving you the least possible chance of this document being rejected. I've gone through all of my checkpoints, and I can ensure that once you confirm your payment, your document will be executed expertly. It will be. And then they say, whoa, that's still too much. Which again, you should expect people to say that. All right, so the level of importance that you place on this document doesn't match the level of importance that I'm going to take with it. And you might be, and what people kind of mistakenly think is that, yeah, it's just a signature, it's just a stamp. Oh my God, I caution you not to think like that. Ooh, I caution you not to think that way, that it's just a signature, although it is. Although it is really just as simple as it's just a signature and a stamp. That's all it is. You find out where your name goes, and then where their name goes, and then you find out where it says stamp here, and then you stamp it. It's literally like that. That simple. It don't matter what it is. It's literally that simple. And that's why you can take any appointment. That's why you shouldn't be afraid. You got to get out there. Once you get out there, you realize it's really just that. No matter what it is, you don't need to take. Once you got it, you got it. There might be some times that you see something that you never see. That's okay. Look at it. Like Andre Hatchett always says, if you can read, you can do this. Just look for it. All right, but the message you have to convey to the person is that, number one, I'm here to do two things. Number one, you got to prove to me that you are who you say you are. And how do I do that? Well, you give me a driver's license, or you give me a passport, or you give me some type of ID. And then, yeah. And you say, all right, I'll write down your information, then I'll have you sign my journal. Then I'll have you stamp it, or give it a thumbprint if that's okay with you. They say yes. Say, okay, good. The second thing I do is I witness you sign. It's got to be you. It can't be your neighbor. It can't be your auntie. It can't be your pet dog. It's got to be you. And then I'll complete your certificate, stamp it, and that's it. So those are the two things I'm doing. Now, when they're on the phone, that's exactly how you have to break it down. It's just simple as that. So that's a good strategy to get clients whenever they're on the phone, because they're going to say, how much? Then you say, hang on, let me qualify you first. Let me make sure I can actually help you. I don't know what you have. As a matter of fact, if I ask you what you have, chances are you're probably not going to know either. So I need to figure out if I can actually help you first. Number one, I already know you don't know what you're doing, because people who know what they're doing, they don't say, how much? That's not the first thing that they say. How much? Right? You go shopping, you already know how much it's going to cost. You already know. But when people say, how much? They already can't afford it. Already. So that's why you have to actually stop and kind of flip it a little bit. I already know you can't afford it. I already know. But it's not the price. It really is. It's not the number. It's whether or not I can actually help you. That's what we have to determine first. That's what we got to figure out. So let me get some questions out. Then let me ask you, and then you answer. If you answer the right way, then we'll go ahead and proceed. Just like that, man. So, what's your name? Where are you? Do you have ID? Are you the only person who's signing? Do you already have all this stuff prepared and ready to go? Or do you need to help print it? Does it stay with you afterwards? Or do you have to ship it out somewhere? Is there multiple copies? Or is this original only? You know, figure out what they need. Figure out all these things that they need. And then you go in and say, all right, because you live in this place, because it's you and 15 cousins, and because you need multiple copies, and because it has to be shipped to the Philippines, and because it has to be done tonight in the next half hour, it's going to be $358. Just like that. If you like to proceed, here's how you do it. I take your information, your phone number, your email, whatever it is, and then I'll send you a payment. And then, you know, once you confirm it, then you can expect a call from us, or you can expect a text message from us, and then we'll be able to help you out. All right. Any questions? Goodbye. Like, it's that simple, y'all. And it's funny because people want that. So when people say, "Oh man, I want my notary business," you might not have a business until you have all those things. You're welcome, Chili. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. Hey, I'm here to see McLaughlin.
Okay. What's his address? What's her address?
Let's see. She is. This. Oh, this is an exclusive neighborhood, y'all. You gotta check in here, bro. You can't just be walking up in here. Cool though. I think it might be a wrong turn. Let's see. Yeah, that's cool. I'm kind of glad that I went to this appointment, because I haven't seen, like, this woman is very nice woman, but as you all know, we don't care about that. If you're a business owner, you don't care about the niceness of people. It's cool to be a good person, and we expect that. That's like the minimum entry, right? That's the entry level stuff. You have to be nice. You should be. I'm just going because, number one, this is a repeat client, and I'm grateful for them. I really am. And I'm excited to see her. I genuinely am happy that people come and then they pay me. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for the opportunity that you get. Allow me to live my life and be a value to them of the service, you know. So when I ask where the notaries at, where y'all at, before they become partners, I talk to them and I try to help them to understand that, yeah, don't overthink this. Don't overthink it. What are you here for? Are you here, number one, to make money, or are you here to kind of be like a staple in your community? It's okay. The more honest you are, I promise, the better our conversations will be. Just be honest. If you're here to make money, which a lot of people are, but that's fine. But the problem is, what happens when you stop making that money, right? Because you hear so many people talk about whatever, a month of whatever. I never, ever really talk about money. And the reason why is because, to me, I don't know how much money you need in your life. I don't know, and nor do I really care. And I know and understand that what you need may not be what I need. What I need may not be what you need. It just may not be. But what I've always tried to focus on is the process. How do you acquire clients? Because in the end, that's the business. That's what's going to actually keep you in business. Your ability to attract and to convert a client. It's always really been that simple. No overthinking it at all. Now, if I want more clients, then I can, adjust that. If I want fewer clients, then I could adjust it that way as well. Based upon my level of availability. Based upon if I have a full-time job or if I just don't want to work on weekends. Like all these notaries that I contacted and nobody, or 2 people responded. You say you only want to work on weekends. All right. If I contact you on weekends, then my assumption that you're available. And if you want this to run like a business, then make yourself available. But define it. Say it. I just want to make money. Okay. Well, in order to make money, it can't just be a one-way thing. It's got to be a two-way thing. You got to give it too. You have to. And that means you have to advertise. Not saying that you go and drive around and waste money, doing things that don't result in more money. Driving around doesn't actually bring you any money. Well, it's a relationship that I build and giving gifts to everybody. No, it don't. Nobody wants gifts. No, they won't. They want you to help them in their business or in their job, especially if you're trying to solicit business from them. A better approach is to actually give them business. But let's not say you even got that far yet. Let's just start with the very, very basic, very, very start. The $5 that you spend on the possibility of one person looking for a notary and finding one and then finding you, and then they call you and then you help to express to them that you can help them, number one, and then secondly that you are available. By spending $5 to do that, again, it has to be a two-way exchange. It can't be just you get all the money. You have to give something, then you get back some. But by you being able to accept that phone call and then helping that person express to them, number one, you're available. Number two, that you are the person who gives them the least chance of being rejected, their document being rejected. And in exchange, in return for that, you get a $500 appointment. So you've just made a 10,000% return. You spent $5 and you got $544 back. How cool is that? But in the beginning, you have to ask yourself, well, what am I here for? Why am I here? He said, that's a bar. Thank you. Thank you, man. Chili, you're welcome as well. What are you here for? Are you here to, be a service to your community, which is fine. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Or if you're here to make money. Either way, you got to take a route. Make a decision. You'll be happier for it. So if you ever find out where all the notaries at, then let me know. Please, let me know as soon as possible. Okay? As always, y'all want more information, just hit the description. There's all type of stuff that I have going on. I'm actually thinking about re-releasing the Thumbtack for Notary Services book. So that, again, just focusing on the client acquisition process. That's it. I'm not talking about documents. But using Thumbtack for Notary Service and process serving has really been a pretty good service as well. I don't know about wedding officiants. I don't know too much about that. That's just doesn't sound like something that interests me. Those people's weddings and being there for hours and something going wrong. I'd rather not. I'd rather be in your house in 10 minutes and then leave in 5. You know what I mean? And plus, that's what people want. And that's easier to outsource, too. It's easier to have the business run like that. I don't think wedding officiant can run a business unless you just book the clients again and then you outsource the actual person's, time. Hey, go meet this family Saturday at 2:30 to officiate this wedding. It's going to be about, 2 hours. You have to sit there and do this and do that. And then like you don't do anything, they just do it. But otherwise, see y'all later. And thanks for watching the Notary Automation channel, where we help you automate your client booking process from client to call to cash. All right, see y'all guys later. Thanks for rocking with me, y'all.